Hello everybody, it's Marie here from Pepperly Rose Paper Crafting. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be making a card with the Snowfront stamp set, and we're going to do a Northern Lights scene card. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time, so I thought this is a great opportunity to make a card using this stamp set. I like thinking a little bit outside of the box with this stamp set. I'm having lots of fun with it. So the card base we're going to be using today is half an A4 and scored in half again. I have scored this Night of Navy cardstock. This is an A6 card base. You will need a piece of Whisper White cardstock, which is 1/4 of an inch shorter than the card front, and you'll need one for the inside as well. I've been mucking around and I did this before and it didn't turn out nice, so I'm just going to do this again in a different way, but I'm going to use the underside, so why not use that? So I'm a bit frugal when it comes to my supplies. So we'll get started. We're going to do the Northern Lights scene. So I'm going to bring in my craft sheet because this is the perfect way to blend. And I'm going to start off by cleaning my brush to make sure that I get rid of everything off that. And I'm going to start off with the Pineapple Punch. Okay, and then I'm going to start off there and I'll just come down the middle just lightly. Okay, so that's that one. It doesn't have to be overly precise or, you know, magically blended or anything like that. You can have a bit of fun with this. So I'm now going to clean that off, that little brush. I'm using the smaller of the brushes. I've got a really large one and a smaller one. It comes in various sizes. The smaller ones give a more concentrated image. Now these are makeup brushes, but they look exactly the same as the Picket Fence life-changing brushes, and these are at like a lot cheaper than those ones, so I'm not going to complain with these brushes. So now I'm going to bring this down like that. As I said, doesn't have to be precise. You can be as rough as guts if you want to. Clean that off. Then I'm going to clean this off. Yeah, this one holds the colour quite a bit. In the makeup world, you can use this to do your contouring or even your eyeshadow with it. It's that concentrated. So, yeah. All right, now I'm going to use the lovely lipstick. I'm going to tap off here a little bit and then go into the page. Like that. Smooth that out. So it looks like a bit of a hot mess, but once we put all the colours together, it will look a lot better. Okay, clean that off. Make sure I don't get any of that lovely lipstick onto my next colour, which will be Blueberry Bushel. So I'll just make sure I really wipe that off well. Okay, it looks like I've gotten it all off. So now I'm going to get my Blueberry Bushel and just kind of blend it in as well with the lovely lipstick. Okay, so that's that. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my larger brush after I finish wiping down this. Make sure it's nice and clean. Wipe that off too because I don't want it to make the inks react. So I'm just going to give this a good clean so I can use it for next time. It's pretty clean, so I'll leave it now. Now I'm going to grab my larger brush and I'm going to go with the blueberry bushel, and I'll just start ink blending all around. Alright, so we're done with the blueberry bushel ink. Give that a bit of a clean. Then I'm going to wipe it down with my cloth, and then I'm just going to clean the brush as much as possible with the blue to come off. Okay, and then we're going to get out our Memento ink. And this is where we're going to start seeing the black come in, make it look like a night sky. See, now it looks much better that it's darker, so I'm going to make sure that the sides are quite dark, but we still want the lightness to be in the middle of the card. And just go a little bit dark down the bottom. I'm not going to overdo it because I do want to stamp with the Memento, with the images. So they're all going to be like silhouette images. All right, so I'll just close this up for now. I'm going to clean off my okay. So I'll take that away, and that looks really awesome. I love the way that looks. So I'll just give my brush a good clean. Leave that for now. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my Memento ink and I'm going to start stamping some scenes. So the first one I'm going to get is this one over here. I'm going to make sure I really ink that up well in Memento Tuxedo Black. And I'm going to do that here. Like that. Then I'm going to go here as well. Okay, oops. I'm going to clean that up. Clean that off. And then I'm going to add the mountain scene over there. How we got that over there. So I'll just put that on the block. I'll just put that over there. Clean that off. Then I've got some deer, which are these over here. I'm going to pop the deer. I've just double mounted my stamp there. Just take that off actually. It's confusing. Pop the deer just like that. like that. Don't worry, we will finish off the bottom there. I'm going to grab the house. I think that looks really cool as well. So I'll just get that house in Memento. It's pretty easy once you've done the colours and stuff. Put the house down here. Okay, clean that off. Then we've got like tree, big tree. And I'll pop that here. And pop another one here. We're just layering it on. It doesn't have to look precise, but I want it to look like, you know, a forest scene somewhat. Okay, then I've got some smaller trees which I will use. So that's the larger one. We'll just have lots of trees. Okay, then I'll get some smaller trees. Just get the next size down. Want it to be kind of like a thicker forest there. All right. And that could be like snow reflecting as well, the lights too, so we can do that too. I'll just grab the smaller of the images there. And I'll grab the small one. Too many blocks out. All right, I think that looks pretty good. And then what I'm going to do is just add this stamp over here and kind of just add like just some blackness so it doesn't look, I'm not going to do too much black, but like I don't want to go crazy with the black underneath, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'll just add this like an accent. I'll use this block here for that. All right, just grab my Memento again and do that. See, just kind of anchors the trees onto something. And I think that looks pretty cool. And I like how the deer are looking out onto that as well. That looks kind of cool. And that this is further down. I don't know if it looks right, but you let me know. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add kind of like stars up the top. So we're going to use this image over here. I forgot to grab my embossing buddy, so just give me 1 second. My embossing buddy, I'm going to just rub it over the top there. Just going to add some stars to that. So I'll just grab my Versamark ink pad and I'll just put these dots all over so it looks like stars or even snow falling. Okay, doesn't have to be overly precise. Okay. Okay, and that's just using the one stamp set, so that's pretty cool. And then I'm going to grab my white embossing powder. Sorry about the noise from that. Okay, just pick up some white embossing powder. Oh, looks like even, I don't know if I like that, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Okay, just bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to grab another stamp set that has a nice, more spread out sprinkle, so just bear with me. Actually, I decided against that. When I put the embossing powder on, it looks pretty full on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of tap it off a little like this, and then it will leave like a sprinkle. So I'm just going to do that. Just really rough stuff. Just thought I'd give this a go. It might be an interesting way of putting on the sprinkles there. I think that looks good like that. Like just rough. I'm going to heat emboss this, and I shall be back. So that's an interesting way of doing some stars, I think. Spread that around, the powder around. I think that looks great. And even if it gets onto the other parts, doesn't worry me. All right, I'll be back in just a second after I heat emboss this. Hi, so I've just heat embossed that, and that looks spectacular. I really love that. That looks really good. So that's an interesting way of adding stars or snow to your project, kind of by accident really. So that's worked out very well. Okay, down here, I think it needs a lot more black. So I'm going to add this image over here. So that gives you a nice big lot of black there, a shadow, whatever you want to call it. And I think that that will kind of bring it together a bit better. All right, so I'll just grab my block, my memento again. And just I think that looks really good like that, don't you? I might add some more of the trees just to bring them out a little bit more and make them look more obvious. So I'll just grab the large tree. Just go over the top of that. Like that. I think that looks really good. I think that looks really cool. I'll just get the other tree that's the larger of the small ones, if that makes any sense. And I'll just put that over there. Put my clear grip back. I think that looks really good now. Just go back on there again. I think that looks cool. So that's that one. So just add colours as you see fit. This goes well with any scene building that you do. It's a really cool set. So I'm just going to grab now my Night of Navy cardstock. Looks really good on that. And the colours really pop too, the lighter colours and the snow and the sky. So I'll just stick that on with my liquid glue. Okay, and I'll just stick that down and clean my desk because it's really dirty with all the black. I think that looks really good, don't you? Just a different way of doing scene building with this gorgeous stamp set, the Ever Versatile Snowfront. It has the same kind of importance to me, like in terms of being able to build scenes the way I want to as the waterfront, and the two I think would complement each other really well. So there's now the card that I'm going to put in the middle, the inside panel, so we can write on that card. Sentiment wise, I'm going to leave it blank. You can use this as Christmas, you can use this for any other scene you wish as well, so it's open to interpretation. I quite like it. So I hope you enjoyed today's Northern Lights technique. Leave me your thoughts. Let me know what you think of it, and if you don't have a demonstrator here in Australia and you would like to purchase from me, I would really appreciate your business. The Snowfront stamp set and the inks that I have shown you, the Blueberry Bushel, Lovely Lipstick, Call Me Clover, Pineapple Punch, Memento, Tuxedo Black and Versamark can all be purchased through my online store at pepplyrose.stampinup.net. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye!